For the last segment of today, we want to talk about who should be the franchise champion. Started off with man G. How you feeling about this G? This franchise?
You already know I got certified beat with franchise anything. However, if somebody had to get the title of franchise champion, I would have to say only Canelo Alvarez. And the reason why is because he literally has he's in 4 weight divisions. So it doesn't make sense for a guy of his stature to have to constantly fight different mandatories in different weight classes. That's going to be draining for the body, physically and mentally, for Canelo. So he's justified in getting a franchise belt. However, I still have issues with the whole franchise setup, because if you're going to give somebody a franchise belt, what's the point of giving in that same division the person's previous belt, right? It's kind of like you're just appointing somebody a belt that they didn't earn. And so that's why I have issues with that. But there's in no way, shape, or form should Lomachenko get a franchise belt. There's no way Wilder should get a franchise belt. There should never be a franchise belt for the heavyweight division. There's no excuse for the heavyweight division. Unless that person is discussing going down in weight. But I don't really see that happening for a lot of these guys. And even just their frames, the lowest they could go is cruiserweight. That's it. They're not going to go all the way down to light heavyweight. So do you really need a franchise belt? You don't. Canelo, though, he needs it because of, the different weight classes that he has to fight in between. So that's why he deserves it. Lomachenko, nah, bruh. You know what I mean? And not to mention, Lomachenko hasn't really established himself with enough high-level fighters that have names where you can go, I can see why he got the franchise belt. He ain't proved it yet.
Definitely. What's up with you, man? How you feel?
Man, honestly, I don't even know what these franchise belts are, why they're being made, why they're being given out, and why, who decides who gets a franchise belt, man.
Nah, we know why. It's the money game. You know what I mean? You want the superstar to keep giving you money, so, WBC's like, hey, please keep your belt. Because, after a while, you go, I don't need y'all. I'm already a superstar. Look at Canelo.
He don't really need the belts.
Tonight, he don't need the belts. He's just like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd did not need any belts. Yeah. He's a superstar. People going to watch
He's the people's champ.
Thank you. So you don't need a WBC belt, WBO, IBF. You don't need none of those belts. Because people, regardless if I'm the champion or not, people are going to go pay to see me. So the WBC's like, well, we can't lose them because we're already making all of this money off of, the fees and everything. So, hey, we got this new belt. It's called franchise champ. Well, you can fight whoever you want. You ain't got to fight mandatories. All you got to do is just pay us our fees, and we all good. That's why they're doing it, bro.
Then this seems kind of pointless to do that, because then you should, if a superstar vacates a belt, you should use that belt to build other superstars in the sport. That'll make the sport better to watch.
But technically, that's what they're doing. Hence, that's why Haney got a belt. That's why Charlo got a belt.
I'm just gonna. So, who do you feel like, as far as a franchise, is there anybody that you would consider to be a franchise if you was going to give one to somebody? No?
I wouldn't give it to anybody because it feels like it waters down the sport. It's like he's giving everybody a belt. We already have so many belts. We don't need more belts.
So you wouldn't give one to Canelo,
either,
who's in 4 divisions?
Well, 3.
What was he?
In 3.
Yeah, 3.
3 divisions? I would make him defend. If he has a title in each division, he would have to defend those titles. That's it.
Hold on. Because remember, look at the AJ Ruiz situation where they're like, whoever wins, the IBF is most likely going to strip him, right? Yeah. Because you're clashing with mandatories. So if you're clashing with mandatories, especially in different divisions, this is just one division. He's just unified, and he's having issues with mandatories. So imagine a person who has multiple belts in multiple divisions. You're bound to get stripped because of that. So that's the only reason why I can entertain a franchise champion, because you shouldn't be penalized for having issues between mandatories or issues between different weight classes.
That's how I see it. I'm just sitting back listening to you guys, and I think that we're all in agreement on one thing. There's way too many belts.
Facts.
Way too many champions. this franchise belt thing, I'm with you, G, all the way. If it's gonna be a franchise champion, there's only one guy I can think of, and it's the pound for pound star in boxing, and it's Canelo Alvarez. I know a lot of people, they want Canelo to be, they want Lomachenko to be number one, or they want Terrence Crawford to be number one. But the truth in the matter is that the guy with the best resume and the one that fills the seats up is Canelo. And Canelo is daring to be great. He's fighting guys, and he's the chairman 160, 168, and he's going up to 175, and he's doing all these different things, and he's going back and down to fight the top guys. And that's the only one that could be considered a franchise champion, because he doesn't need the belts. If you're going to leave these other belts with these other fighters, and he just fights the top guy that has a belt in every one of those divisions, that's fine. Now, when I said there's too many belts, we have the IBF belt, we have the WBO belt, the WBC belt, and the WBA belt. And not to mention, there's also the IBO belt. You know what I'm saying? There's 5 belts now. And if it's a champion who acquires all of these belts, what would he have to do? And I would say that it's easy. He would have to, after every fight, he takes his turn. If there's a champion at the number one contender, that's a number one contender at the IBF or the WBA, everybody takes a turn. After he fights this mandatory, then he has to fight the next guy, and then he'll fight the next guy. Then it rotates again, unless these guys are willing to fight each other. While he's fighting the top guy, these two guys are fighting, and the number one guy at the WBC will fight the number one guy at the WBO, exactly. And they will fight, and then the IBF will fight the number one guy at the WBA, and then they will fight, and then the winner will fight these two, and then they will fight the champion. We can get that going on.
Let the best fight the best.
The best can fight the best. We could definitely make it happen, and it's a lot has to do with money and people, and also I don't ever want to say fighters are ducking each other, but fighters, this is a business. It's not just a fight game. It's also a business. You know what I'm saying? Game. It's a money game. They got people behind them that's trying to have the money stay for as long as they can. One loss can mess up a fighter's career, you know what I'm saying? Depending on how they lost too. So everybody wants to cash out, or everybody wants to make as much money as they possibly can, just in case they do lose and their stock does go down. But as far as Lomachenko being called a franchise champion, how? Who has he fought?
Thank you.
Who has he fought? His resume is not up there even with a Deontay Wilder. I'm being honest, you know what I'm saying? And Canelo got the best resume other than Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Like he has the better resume. Canelo's the only one that I see being the franchise champ. There's way too many belts. Poor Devin Haney. Cause Lomachenko shouldn't be I don't know what backyard behind the scene deals that y'all are doing, but there's no way Lomachenko can fight at 130. He can fight at 135. There's there's belts and these things that he ain't even fighting none of the top guys in. He ain't fighting none of these top guys in. You know what I'm saying? So I have a whole bunch of fighters that he can fight at 130, 135. You know what I'm saying? Even if he wants to dare to be great to go to 140, even though that might even be too big for him. They say that's too big for him. So if at 135, at least fight the tough guys. Instead of there being, Teofimo Lopez and Comey, they got to fight, and whoever wins that fight, they fight Lomachenko. Both of these guys should have got a shot at Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? Like, because who has he fought? It ain't like he has that much wear and tear on him. You know, you know what I'm saying? Compared to a Canelo with over 50-something fights. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, only person that I think, and shout out to Deontay Wilder, because he was one person that says even if they offered him the franchise belt, he wouldn't take it. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't believe in that. So that's the way that you can not fight your mandatories.
No, Deontay Wilder believes in fighting his mandatories. He doesn't believe in unifying his belts.
No, he doesn't. No. He doesn't believe in a franchise belt. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't believe in a franchise belt. But shout out to Deontay Wilder though for making that stand. Because definitely there's way too many belts. Any closing remarks, gentlemen?
I agree 100 with Wilder. Bomb squad.
It's way too many belts. They got to clear that up. And the franchise champion should only be one. And I think that's the pound for pound star in boxing. And that's Canelo. Please like and subscribe. Leave comments. Let us know what you think. And check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. It's the Boxing Bros.
Peace.